And hey, thank you everybody for being here. We're going to get started with this week's meditation happening every Thursday. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's holding this space in the live with me. You're always welcome. I know people watching this recording right now, but you're welcome to join the live, just to come and sit in. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. You don't have to say anything, but sometimes just being in the space is nice. Other human beings in live time, so you're welcome to come. And today the theme is, what would it feel like to tend primarily over having create? So if we move towards tending over moving towards what can I create in this moment? And we're going to explore what that means to each of us through a meditation practice, through some questions. And then right at the end, after the meditation, we'll go on to see what wants to be unhooked right now. What is not serving us in this moment, and what are we wanting to call in? So let's get ourselves nice and comfy. And if you have something in your life right now that is creating some kind of resistance or depletion in some way, whether it's a thought loop, whether it is a decision that you're trying to make or clarity on something, maybe a health arising, relationship, project, whatever it is, something in your life that is asking for a little bit of your attention, even if you don't know the answer. And if you don't have anything that comes to mind, then we'll just be curious with what's present in the body today, what sensation is present, because we'll always come back to that anyway, because the mind's really good at telling us lots of stories. This mind is beautiful, and still there's one other way that's more accurate in communicating with us, and that's the sensations inside of our body, because we don't need words, human-made language, to connect to our body. That's for the people outside of us, around us. We need to be able to listen and stay with the sensations that are within us. So welcoming all that in. Be ready with your journal and a pen if you have that, if stuff comes up that you kind of want to write down. So let's come to land here in the space that we're in today. So look around your immediate space, let your eyes wander around, and there might be some things that make your body feel uncomfortable, like if you have things that you've been meaning to do, or the space isn't the space that you want to be in. Maybe the space feels really good and comforting for you. And just notice how you have preferences. And then beneath the preferences, just see if you can really say to yourself, you're safe right now. Actually, your body is safe. You're not going to be injured. There's no danger to you. I know you might not like some things or you might enjoy other things, but actually in this moment, you can rest and you can close your eyes and see if that is available to you. And it might not be for whatever reason. So you might choose to keep your eyes open today. Whatever your body is communicating with you, this is the first step in the practice. So as you let your eyes wander, you can start to notice then how your body moves as your eyes wander. If you're fixed on one point in your space that you're looking at, notice how the breath moves into your body. The inhale creates space and expansion, and the exhale softens, releases, drops. If your body is moving, you'll be able to experience the twists, the unraveling. Maybe there's parts of your body that you're noticing feel contracted today. And with a inhale and a curious expansion, you can come to make some space. The inhale to reach and expand, and the exhale to come back. And in the return, noticing how your body is responding to this conscious breath and awareness. – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – to close your eyes. Allow yourself to go inwards. Forehead softens, eyes soften, jaw, gums, teeth, tongue, throat, shoulders. Feel that softening move from the top of your head through your body. And as your awareness drops down, down, down to your feet, connect to the ground that is holding you. Feel yourself supported by the living earth beneath you. You might have to go through the layers before you really start to feel the pulse of the earth holding you. And in that holding, notice how you can be held. You might whisper to yourself, I am held. I am held by the earth. And see how your next inhales can bring you lift whilst you are being held. Maybe there was a collapse into the earth before, but as you trust in the earth holding you, you allow yourself to be held. The inhale breath can create the lift and expansion so that the blood flow, the life force can flow through your whole body, reaching all your cells. And as we arrive here in this space together, offering our love and gratitude for the earth that is holding us, for the nature, the sentient beings that are around us and constantly interacting with us, as we begin to remember that we are part of this web of life. Giving thanks to everyone who is holding this space, for each individual story, bloodline, desires, fears, welcoming everything to the circle to be seen and to be loved, and trusting in each woman's journey today. And as we radiate that out, let yourself receive that. Sitting here with all the stories and experiences that have been before you, bringing you to this point. And here, feeling yourself arrive, all parts of yourself come to sit in the space today. And if the mind is loud today, or if there is a loop of a thought that you've heard many times, it might come in different variations, but it's rooted in the same topic or the same fear, concern, desire. See what happens when you create a sphere or a dome of light around you, which is representing your energy field. So feeling yourself held in your environment. There's space between. And this energy field might be very close to your body, or it might be a meter or two away, and you feel yourself sat in the middle. And any of these thoughts that keep revisiting you, they dance on the outside of this bubble. They know that they'll be welcome back in, but right now they're out there having a nice time while you sit and you recharge and you replenish yourself. And sit in that for a moment to notice. Feel your body as you call yourself home. Notice what it feels like to say yes to be replenished, to say yes to call yourself back, to arrive in full presence. Let's get familiar with that sensation. And in that presence, you might notice sensations arising within you. So I welcome you to be curious to what is most alive today in sensation. You go inside and you say, I'm here. Please, I want to listen. Scan your body. It might be very clear. For example, if you scan the whole of your body, the back, the sides, the fingers, the toes, you might notice on the outside that you have your fingers clenched or your shoulders up towards the ears or your tailbone tucked in under. So just scan your outer layer first. And what often helps is some gentle movement. So slowly going through all parts of your body. Not to shift anything, but simply to be curious with what is. And this might naturally unravel a lot of tension that's being held that you were not aware of. It might highlight some areas that are not ready to let go of the tension yet, and that's okay. And once you've become more familiar with what is, pause in that space to feel from your inner world radiating out. How is your body feeling in sensation in this moment with a simple return and a simple curiosity? Now ask your body, is there anything that wants to be deeply felt today? And so again, we scan. And usually there's an area that stands out more than others. You might not even feel the sensation, but naturally you're drawn there with your awareness. And sometimes we're automatically drawn to our torso, where all our organs are, because there's a lot happening there energy-wise. So just check in, flow down your legs to your toes, your arms, your fingers, your armpits, the back of your head, and just check one place that calls you more than anywhere else. And I'm just going to give a reminder to go very deep into your body to explore in this moment, because I've just found that opening to my vulva is very much saying, hey, you haven't been here for a while. So I got drew to my tailbone, and then I got drew towards the channel. And now I'm just sat in that space. So notice. And once you're there, how does this energy want to be observed? Does it want you to set a certain distance away? So you might place your awareness on the outer edge. Does this space want your hand to hold it for a moment, or maybe through the whole practice? Does it want your awareness to stay outside of your body, looking in? Find that sweet spot. And notice how your breath has changed as you've started to interact with this space. Phase 1, deepen the breath. Become conscious of your breath and guide your inhale to this space. See how long you can stay. Staying with this space, to tend to this area, to stay by its side, to witness, to be curious. Please feel deeply the quality and the dance of the energy in this space. It'll start off one way, and as you sit with it, it'll shift and it'll move. If it moves to a different part of your body, follow it. Sit there for the moment and continue to follow this energy through your body. You might even notice it as a color or a light or a visual might come through, but follow it. And if you lose the sensation, take a deep breath and find it again. We're just going to do this for a few moments. This is practicing our focus on our sensations within our body. Okay. Thank your body for sharing in its own unique way. And ask, is there anything else that wants to be felt or seen? Can you bring a deep, curious, compassionate love to this area? You don't need to understand why your body is holding this energy. It might have become clearer. First, you're just saying, yes, I feel. And see what this energy wants to do. Is it content that you've sat and observed? Or would it like to move through some kind of expression through your body? So maybe twisting or expanding or making a sound, a hum into this space. Does it want to be massaged and touched? So interact with this expression to come more deeply into relationship with your body. And we'll just do that for a few moments. And we're bringing this trust in ourselves that we know deep down that we are communicating with our body and we are receiving so much, even if it doesn't make sense to the logical mind. This communication is beyond what the mind thinks it knows. And this is a deep reunion. As we do this practice, it is connection to all parts of ourselves. It is the deepest love we can give ourselves. It awakens our intuition. It starts to build our ability to have deeper compassion and curiosity for ourselves and therefore other beings as well. And here we are tending to our body, we are tending to ourselves, and from here, creative energy will flow. So the tending arrives first, and then the creative expression arrives. So this is the whole point of today's practice, is beginning to tend to what is meaningful to you, what is important to you. Slow, intentional moments, listening deeply. Okay. Now pause to feel and stay anchored on the flow of the breath now, the inhale, the exhale. Follow that cycle of breath, receiving the life force, releasing the breath. Follow that breath cycle for 5 rounds and see how deep you can bring that inhale and see how much you can release on the exhale. Now, ask the question, what no longer serves me? What is not nourishing me? What am I ready to release for the rest of this journey or unhook from? And this doesn't mean a completely cutting cords. It can just be to look at something from a different perspective. And if nothing shows up right now, try a different approach to the question. What am I doing in my days, or who am I interacting with when I'm in these interactions, when I'm doing the thing, thinking the thought, I feel depleted afterwards. I feel tired. My mind gets busy. My body gets uncomfortable. Let that come to the surface. You can be so honest with yourself here. It's just you and your body communicating. So hold it. You have been shown, or you have the feeling. And now put out your hands so your palms are facing up and hold this thing in your hands. Feel the heaviness of it. And so now the first step is there's something in your life that is not nourishing for you, that is not serving you in the way that maybe it once did. And we can be grateful because more than likely this pattern, this relationship was once there to protect you in some way. And it's offered you many things. So we can be grateful for that. Take a deep inhale and feel the heaviness in your hands. And on the next exhale, place your hands on the ground as though connecting to the earth. And with each exhale, let yourself release the hooks from this relationship, from this connection with this thought, this idea, this pattern, habit, whatever it is. And as we do this, the intention is to look at this from a different perspective. Maybe it stays in our life for now, but we shift the way that we interact with it. And we don't need to know exactly what that means right now. We just trust that we've seen more than we've seen before. And once you see, you can't unsee it. So we're saying yes to a new relationship with this in our life, whatever it may be. Slowly bring your hands from the ground and just notice how your body feels with that. I trust that something's about to transform with that. Next, we have some space. So let's call in a quality that we feel will guide us through this week. Something that we would like to cultivate in ourselves. So it could be courage, compassion, clarity, anything at all that you could really do with this week. And it also might be something material that you would really like to call in, something that you would like to manifest, that you trust is going to support you on your journey. So open up your arms, extend through the fingers, open the chest, and raise the heart to the sky. If the neck is uncomfortable, you can drop your chin. Just feel that expansion from the heart through the fingers. And with each inhale breath, intentionally call in what it is that you believe so deeply is going to nourish you this week moving forward. And we're going to keep our arms up for the next 7 breaths. So deep breaths in, you're pulling it in, pulling that into your body, pulling this into your reality, and trusting what is meant for you will come. If the arms ache, reach further and breathe deeper. And there might be nothing specific. So you're just coming with trust and you're just calling in what is meant for you. Last 2 breaths, nice and deep. Let your arms rest down and sit here in the presence of your being. We're going to rest in this space for a few minutes. Nothing to do, simply to be here in this space. And notice how just a few moments of breath can really transform how you feel in your body. And this is the place from which you will arrive today and interact with the world. And the breath that we did at the end with the arms open, 7 deep breaths, take that as your practice this week. Whenever you're feeling things are feeling a little heavy, confusing, overwhelming, all of the words, just when you're feeling out of balance, try extending your arms out, calling in what will nourish you in this moment. Deep 7 breaths, and notice what happens in the way you interact with the world. This is not to dismiss any of our human emotions or experiences. It's just to see how moments can be met with full presence, and also the feeling that we're not alone, that we are held by something that we might not be able to see or understand. And if we open and welcome in the support, that it arrives in its own unique way that is meant for us. Start to notice and listen to your surroundings. Feel your body. You can stay with your eyes closed or open them. And see if there is anything that wants to be expressed through you in this moment, whether you're feeling called to journal, draw, simply lay back and feel, make sounds, move your body. Stay connected to the work that we've just done, that connection that we've just cultivated, and see if anything wants to come through. And I'm going to share as we move into this final phase, I'm going to share the 3 cards that I pulled today that helped me with guiding the practice. I came here to connect to tending. When we tend to something, we open the channel so our authentic expression can come through, which is our creative expression, where we create our art in this world. And everybody's art is unique. It can be in our silence, is a treasured art. It can be in things that we write, the way that we show up moment to moment, the way that we make food or a cup of tea. Maybe it is drawing or dance. Our art is our expression from our heart space. And before the creation, we have to say yes to tending, to being with ourselves. So a lot of the time, the word creativity or art can come up in conversation as the primary focus. And it might feel sometimes like there's a force. But if you go inwards, you will be guided in how to express. And sometimes it is just the stillness and the presence to interact with the world around you. So today I pulled the card Galactic Mushroom. This is a fun one. Where's my camera? I don't know if you can really see that. Galactic Mushroom. And what's interesting is like this mushroom in the middle, maybe you can't really see it. It's an interesting looking thing because there's a face in there. You probably won't be able to see it so well, but there's a face there, and there's like a puff where it's releasing its spores. And so this card is it's all about remembering that we are more than our mind, that we have invisible forces at play, whether it be like within our body, we connect to our energy field, or we connect outside of us to what is not there with the visible eye. And so when we are calling in, when we're trying to get connected to our heart path, simple practices like we've just done will help us to stay on our path and offer us gifts along the way connected to our purpose of being here, like the reason that we came. And I really like that it's linked with the Lovers card. And this Lovers card, this is the 3rd time it's come up in a row for me whilst I've been recording. And actually, it was the 2nd time, and the 3rd time was with my sister. And so the way that I'm looking at this Lovers card in relationship to that is our welcoming all parts home, parts of ourselves, allowing everything to be there, and finding this, it feels very much like our deep connection to ourselves, to all the past experiences, to be able to stay with it all and acknowledge that we've had all these experiences that continuously guide us. But then knowing that moving forward, there is a space that is new, there is a space that is fresh, that is looking for us to sit there, to continue on this path of expression. And I've noticed a lot with women that I'm speaking to, who I'm sat in other circles with, and myself, that there is this strong calling to follow something inside of us that maybe we have been dismissing, or let me put it another way, looking at something from a different perspective to get insight on it. We might have dismissed it before, or we might have felt that it's out of reach, but we are having an opportunity right now to look from a different grounded perspective to see what's available with what we have. So, you might have a desire for something so deeply, and if you just said, oh, that's not available because I don't have this, I don't have this, think about what it is that you really want. What is the feeling that you want to get from that? What is it that you're connected to? And see what you have available to you right now and what you have the capacity for to start contributing to that. And see what comes up in just in them questions, noticing how your perspective shifts. And the other one I pulled, these are beautiful reminders, the Mary Magdalene deck. So it says, I am anchored in love, faith, hope, and love endure. So just a beautiful reminder of all that's always available within us, that we always have that infinite well of love that can replenish us at any moment when we take the time to come back. So thank you all so much for trusting me to guide you through this practice. And we're going to go into our private space right now to see if anything came up. Um, sorry, I'm feeling very much embodied from the practice myself. I'm feeling like I just want to stare off in the distance. So if I do that, I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, grateful once again for everyone who's holding the live. I see that some new faces popped in as we were recording. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot. And everyone who's watching the recording, you're welcome at any time to drop in. And just thank you for being here and sending you lots of love for this week ahead. And we look forward to seeing you next Thursday. I'm going to end the recording now and we'll go into our private space.